So this week we've had a request from the slightly wacky Jenna Marbles.
You'll see it's quite an ironic name because when you look at the video, she seems to have lost hers.
What's up, Sorted Food? It's Jenna Marbles, and I have Kermit here with me. And we were wondering if you could show us how to make... Marbles, be quiet! If you could show us how to make either like macaroons or cupcakes or something that are awesome colors, like bright pink or blue or something, so that when we have friends over and we make delicious desserts, they're like, oh, wow, that's so cool and awesome. How'd you do that? Woo! So we were wondering if you could show us how to do that. Okay, thanks, bye.
So which one are we going for then?
Well, cupcakes, macaroons. I think this week macaroons.
Yeah.
They're really kind of cool, colourful, loads of flavours, and a bit trendy, kind of boutique.
Oh, very trendy.
Everyone's doing them.
See them everywhere.
Yeah.
So essentially, macaroons is meringue based with an almond sort of flavouring. So first thing first, we need to separate out our eggs.
Yep.
So
This is I always make it a bit messy, don't I?
you want to keep the yolk in the shell.
Yep.
So just carefully pass them from shell to shell.
No pressure.
The less you get on your fingers, the better, because your finger have natural oils, and you want as little of that oil in the egg white as possible,
Oh, really?
because that will stop it whisking up properly. It's got to be a clean, dry bowl with no oil.
And free-range eggs?
Always best. Fantastic.
Eins.
And another.
You did that a lot quicker than Barry.
No, but I just like taking care.
Right.
Guess what your job is, Jamie?
Whisking!
So you keep going with that. We want light, fluffy, stiff peaks, as we always want with the meringue.
Can we not use the machine then?
We can, but there's only 3 egg whites, so
Plus, Jamie's the workout.
get your bingo rings on the go.
Bingo wings! Can we cook them next time?
Do you think we should get a dog?
Was that a dog in the video?
Just about.
I think it was.
And meanwhile, what else is going to go into this in a second is our ground almonds and our icing sugar. So it's really heavy on almond, which is what gives it that chewy kind of texture when you get the finished macaroon. So that's what we're looking for, those nice sort of stiff peaks. And from there,
When do we make it colourful?
colourful comes later. And I'll show you why, because we're going to make loads of different colours. But if you make them colourful at the end, then you can make one big batch and then split it down. So caster sugar is going to go in there. If you want all the quantities, because this is quite a precise, getting the weights and measurements right, then they'll all be on the website. And you can click on the link in the description box below. But again, give that until it just goes nice and smooth and glossy. So we get rid of the whisk at this point. There we go. And then our icing sugar, if you want to dust that in there.
Dust.
Sorry.
And our ground almonds, slow folding round until it all comes combined. Perfect. And now that's all combined, we need to divide it into 3. So put a third into there, and we'll leave a third in the main bowl. And this is where we start bringing the colours.
Hey.
Okay, so Jenna was saying about some nice bright colours, things to share with her friends, and that's quite fancy. That's what we're going to do. Now, tiny bit of each into there. And in the pink one, a little dash of our flavouring. So that one's raspberry. So you mix that one in.
Ooh.
Then,
So can you confuse people by mismatching the colours with the flavours?
there's a good idea.
Ha.
So there we go. You mix that one in, that's yellow.
Yellow.
Which we're going to make as lemon, but you're absolutely right. You can put any flavouring in, I suppose, if you really want to mess around with people's
I like
heads.
to confuse people.
And blue in the last one. Now, what flavouring goes with blue?
Bubblegum.
Vanilla, of course. I couldn't think of a blue colour, so we're going to do vanilla.
I have a blue house with a blue window.
Now, what I've got here is a piping bag. You can just use like any kind of food bag and just put it in there and snip off the corner. Or you could even just spoon them on, but to be honest with you, it's much easier. So our macaroon mix is now in our piping bags. What we'll do is snip the bottom off. Small, tiny, I mean, you can make whatever size you want, but for here we're looking for just bite-sized pieces. So like that, and leave a gap between them.
Okay.
Are they going to grow?
They will sink out a little bit, but they should hold their shape. Of that kind of size, okay?
Cool. Right, let's do
And
this.
you can do the pink one.
Yep. This bag.
This is quite a social dish, isn't it? I suppose it's more kind of like fun friends, as it were.
Well, this is, you're going to make loads of them. This is going to make like 40, 50 different macaroons. So
Wow.
there's plenty to share, and people can make their own if you want, or you can make them for people.
Also, I'm guessing that these have to be even numbers.
Well, yes, because this is only 1/2 a sandwich. Good point. So you can make them as big or as small as you want. In fact, just to make some that are really big as well. You can make them that size.
Oh, some of the ones I'm doing look like they came out of Jenna's dog. They're that kind of shape.
See how artistic this all is?
Yep. Get out of my way. Right.
Beautiful.
Can we do a mix match of colours?
Put a little pink dot in the middle of the blue one. Now at this point, you need to leave them at room temperature for about 15-20 minutes, And then, and this is the magic bit with macaroons, once they've had 15, 20 minutes, they'll be slightly set on top. And then all you have to do is lift it up and drop it. And that will form a very, very authentic foot. Okay, you'll see what we mean. You'll see what we mean afterwards. And at that point, Baz, they can go into our oven, 150 degrees for about 10, 12 minutes at that side. 15 if you want to do the bigger ones. Perfect.
Top shelf?
Yep. Fan assisted. So they need about 10, 12 minutes in there, and then you'll see what the result is when they come out.
Nice.
Now here we've got some that were made earlier, and the reason for that is that when they come out of the oven, you need to let them cool completely on their tray before you lift them off.
Yep.
Okay, so they kind of set into place. And what you end up with are these little macaroons.
They look very delicate.
Yeah.
Well, fairly delicate. I mean, they're light. You see how light they are?
around.
See, weigh nothing. That's all the air you put in them. Okay, but still slightly chewy as well. In fact, just try one on their own so you know what we're looking at. You get that texture of kind of crunchy outside, chewy middle,
Like a dime bar.
and light. Very, very light. And at this point, we can just sandwich stuff in between. So it makes sense, the lemon ones, a little bit of lemon curd. And you just take a little bit like that, just enough to kind of stick two together.
Bit of glue.
And that's what you end up with.
Nice.
Okay, so if you want to do the other one,
That's cool.
Tell you what, you can make this at home and do all different kinds of combinations and
any
random
combination
stuff.
works.
If you have any other good examples, then upload them to our Facebook page. We'd love to see what you've got going.
Like a cheeseburger flavoured one or something like that.
Nice, do some raspberry one in the raspberry, and Nutella, look at that, in the
nice.
vanilla ones. Just enough to stick it, not to overpower, because you know you've got that lovely almond in the middle. And then from there, pile them up.
Or you could do different coloured, like top and bottom, couldn't you?
Could you keep going? Could you do
Are you
a
mix and
whole
matching?
tower?
Are you causing problems here?
Build a tower of macaroons.
We'll just put our last few ones on here.
They're like blank saucers.
They are.
Like
Spaceships.
French Patisserie, there we go. So for Jenna, who wanted some macaroons to share with her friends, they're light, they're Larry colours, they are our macaroons, sorted.
Try those.
They look amazing.
Jenna, I hope you like these.
I think this is going to be great. And if you like the look of them and you want to get a new recipe every Tuesday, just click subscribe up above.